Well, stories coming in through from correspondents of Manchester United from the as far as Manchester United and who is really going to be replacing the manager of Manchester United, that is Eric Ten Hag, if at all a decision is taken, have gone ahead, obviously come out hugely and massively, and we are like, this is what exactly you people need to know about this. So welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. So guys, you will obviously do us a favor. Go into the description box below and you'll obviously see what we call a link that has Vote I Dental Care, and when you continue to vote it, you'll see the best of the best coming in through your way. And we want to really get this out because these are people that have obviously gone ahead, partner with us on several occasions, and the Eye Dental Care is nominated. And let's continue to cast those votes to them, and we see how everything is really going to be panning out. And continue to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit how many subscribers? We want to hit 20,000 subscribers on this channel, and we are not far off from hitting that mark. So guys, continue to do the needful. Now, Malt Piers, very close to Manchester United, was one of the people that first came out and really told us what the meeting was like. He told us that Thomas Tuchel was discussed during the meeting between Manchester United's hierarchy on Tuesday. That's what we are told, that Thomas Tuchel was discussed during the meeting between Manchester United's hierarchy on Tuesday. So, meaning that if he was part of the discussion, then there is no reason that you don't think that Ineos might obviously see him as the replacement of Eric Ten Hag. And Thomas Tuchel is really so much in the news ever since such stories really came up into the media. So we are waiting to see how things really pan out for Thomas Tuchel, and as it stands, everything looks like it's at a standstill, and Eric Ten Hag looks like he still has his job. But in the discussions on Tuesday, they discussed Thomas Tuchel, and having gone ahead obviously discussed Thomas Tuchel, it obviously brings you to where we've been asking ourselves, is it the right time for Manchester United to obviously come up and obviously change the manager? I know this has gone ahead to leave divided opinions amongst the fans of Manchester United, but every person has his own opinion, and every person is entitled to his own opinion. Now, Miguel Delaney also came up and obviously told us that during the meeting between Manchester United's hierarchy on Tuesday, Thomas Tuchel was spoken of as the most likely new manager should Eric Ten Hag be sacked. Now, meaning that the decision of sacking Eric Ten Hag hasn't gone ahead to be taken. But if at all, here as well, if at all it's taken, the man to look at is Thomas Tuchel. That is it. So, if at all Manchester United think of sacking the manager, the right replacement is being seen as Thomas Tuchel. You get? And I don't know what your thoughts are about it, but I have my reservations on Thomas Tuchel. You've gone ahead, obviously, know it very well. But as it stands, nothing will really stop Manchester United from obviously either going in for Thomas Tuchel for they sack Eric Ten Hag, or else continuing with Eric Ten Hag as the manager for the club of Manchester United, as more stories are really coming in through. So that means his name came across on several occasions as discussions were being taken, and as they really tackled what their thoughts were about the club and its future. Then Samuel Lucas, a man who broke the story, by the way, he never broke it, but it was just an assumption, and we all know to it that he's being driven by the side of Thomas Tuchel because he is really that kind of person who really wants to put himself in the news, and obviously so they can consider him for the job. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is understood to like the possibility of Thomas Tuchel taking over Manchester United. Now, obviously, if you've been following this channel for a very long time, you very much know that the side of Sir Jim Ratcliffe met Thomas Tuchel personally in France. You get? He met him personally in France. And if at all he met him personally in France, that shows that there is huge interest, into the manager, you know. And a moment. A moment, guys. Right. So, if you've been watching this channel, you remember we brought you a story that the man had gone ahead, obviously, meet this guy called Thomas Tuchel. You know that very well. He went ahead, obviously, meet Thomas Tuchel in France personally, and if at all he met him personally, that means there was interest in him as the owner of Manchester United. Obviously, see to it that he gets in Thomas Tuchel at the club of Manchester United, and that really paints a different picture altogether. And when I hear that story, I can call it all snail sports news, that it's really slow to an extent that anyone can easily think about that, obviously come up and really make a story. That's why for me, Samuel Lucas is really one of those journalists that I don't really see as first tier. That is it. You know, I don't see him as first tier when it comes to this job. I see these others as first tier, the Fabrizios, the Austins. You can understand? Because we all know to it that he's an admirer of Thomas Tuchel, and I don't think that it will really offer justice to the club of Manchester United. For me, Thomas Tuchel is a very good coach, but the situation in which we are, we don't need a manager who has gone ahead to fail himself at different jobs to come in and obviously try to raise us to the lost glory, you know. I don't think that he's the right manager. I believe we deserve someone who is really good at improving players and obviously has a CV in making players look better and better and better. And I think he's not the man. I'm sorry to say, but I don't think that he's the man to obviously take Manchester United to where we deserve to be. So as it stands, Thomas Tuchel is really one of those managers that is being discussed. And why is he so much into the discussions? Because he's the only manager available. There is Allegri, Zinedine Zidane, but I think they are not realistic targets to the club of Manchester United. Obviously coming through and put in a shift. You understand? So Tuchel, as it stands, is that man that has gone ahead, obviously tick all the boxes, and in the due course of ticking all the boxes, he has gone ahead, obviously do the needful. Now, lastly, this is Tony Martial, obviously coming in through from he comes through from the Manchester Evening News. He has told us that one issue surrounding whether to keep faith with Ten Hag or look for a new manager is the quality of candidates available. There isn't a standout name that Ineos could immediately turn to. So, the market doesn't have quality. We can all admit that the market really lacks quality. And if you're only having Thomas Tuchel, then I don't think that you can really have a lot to obviously look at. And the other would be candidates that could come if one will accept to join Manchester United are really tied onto their permanent jobs. Like Amorim is really tied on his job. I think he's one of those managers that I believe can come in through and do the job. Nagelsmann is another one that I believe can come in through and do a better job at the club of Manchester United. Because for me, this old generation for me, I think has only Pep, Ancelotti, Hans Flick. I think those three can obviously do a better job for the club of Manchester United. You understand? But the others, old generation, I don't see anyone, you know. They cannot really turn it around because it has already gone ahead, obviously, go to the worst, and there is no way you get it from the worst to the best. So, thank you very much for watching through. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I'm calling upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Tuchel to United discussions underway, and obviously he featured hugely in the meeting that Manchester United really went ahead, obviously hold on Tuesday. Do you think he's the right man for the job? You know, do you think Tuchel is the right man for the job of Manchester United? That is the most important bit of it all. That's the question I'm really flaunting to you guys on whether you think he is the right man to obviously get into the job of Manchester United. So guys, I sign out for now. See you later and bye-bye. Continue to subscribe, but don't forget to vote Eye Dental Care. The link is in the description box below. Bye-bye.